is Jamie Brooks. I'm the director and DP of Volare. A big part of the film was these long introductory takes. So every time we'd kind of go to a new zone, whether it's like Perisher, his home, we'd try and find a long take within the space that could kind of set up where he is. For this particular one, we had been out at Charlotte's Pass for 3 days, so this was the final day that we were there, and I still hadn't got a long shot. The weather had come in, and yeah, we were staying at this Mount Kosciuszko Chalet. It's a chalet from like 1930s, or maybe not that old, 1950s or something like that, and it is just like, it is amazing. It's got these like timber framed walls. It's got iconic red down the hallways. It's a pretty unique looking place. And I had this idea to kind of follow Val through the hallway as he kind of makes his way down into the interview space. Anyway, it came down to the last morning that we were there. The way Charlotte's Pass works is you've got these overpass cats that go back and forth. And the only way to get out there is by these cats. So we had 20 minutes until the next cat came, and Val was going to be basically pinning it back on the cat and then straight back home. I said to Val, I was like, I really need to get this shot. Is there any way we can squeeze it in? We went straight upstairs. The first take, the initial idea was to go do this long take of Val walking out of his room, walking down the hallway, this beautiful staircase, following him through that. And we had his filmer, Emmett. He actually plays piano really well. So he was actually playing piano, this grand piano, in the end of that shot. As it turns out, the shot was too long, so we couldn't use all the full extent of it, but the idea was to kind of hear that piano playing all the way down the hallway. Didn't work out like that, but the shot itself kind of, I wanted it to kind of draw people into Val's world or his space. For me, it's super important to have that beautiful wide shot and your close up. I think especially with this type of storytelling where you need to give that ebb and flow of high pressure or tense moment, or the places where you feel it like it needs to be a bit more personal, you can cut to that nice tight shot and then come back out to the wide to kind of let people breathe when they're watching the film. Most people won't necessarily pick up on that when they're watching it, but like it's an intentional thing to kind of allow you to take that breath when you're watching, in the sense of like, yeah, we've got some tense moments. We're going to kind of push in and tell you that, and then to let you breathe, we'll come out into the space and open up a little bit. For this particular interview, we were running Raptor XE with Z mount, and on that I had the Nikon 28 to 135 power zoom, which is a really cool piece of equipment to kind of use for documentary storytelling, just because it has the focal length, it has the range that you want to be able to use if you need it. It's rock solid handheld, and then interviews you can push in and out really, really nicely. At the end of this interview, we actually had like 5 minutes left before Val had to go. I had a moment to just try a couple of different shots. I wanted to do some portraits. I usually like to do something nice and tight and personal so you can see someone's eyes. But the idea here was just to shoot a really nice portrait and have that subtle in-camera push in, drawing into that first quote of the film, which essentially sets up Val's injury.
It was the 28th of November. I remember it pretty well.